and Nyong Henwa. This press conference is called. I will read out my statement in English, then we will conduct a question and answer. Yeah. This press conference is called in response to the statement made by Tan Sri Azam Baki yesterday, marking the 16th anniversary of Teoh Beng Hock's tragic death. Malaysian Anti-Corruption Commission, MACC Chief Commissioner, Tan Sri Azam Baki publicly apologized to the Teoh family on behalf of the Commission and announced the government's plan to offer a goodwill contribution to the family. This is the first public apology extended by the MACC to the Teoh family in the past 16 years, reflecting the sincerity of the Madani government. This also shown transitional justice is demonstrated when state institutions acknowledge and reflect upon the harm they have caused in the past. The Teoh family has consistently called for the case to be reinvestigated under Section 302 of the Penal Code for murder. However, the Attorney General's chambers has cited insufficient evidence to initiate criminal prosecution, leaving the case unresolved to this day. The DAP fully understands the deep disappointment and sorrow this has caused to the Teoh family. The government's offer of a goodwill contribution is to support the welfare and educational needs of Teoh Beng Hock's child. The government is prepared to fully entrust the management of the funds to Madam So Tze Wei, Teoh's widow. In the interest of safeguarding the child's future, we sincerely hope the Teoh family will consider accepting the contribution. Importantly, this support comes with no conditions. The Teoh family remains entirely free to exercise their right to speak out, including continuing to pursue justice for Teoh Beng Hock through any form of public advocacy. Over the past 16 years, whether in opposition or in government, the DAP has never wavered its commitment to seeking the truth behind the Teoh Beng Hock's case based on legal principles. At any point in time, or should new critical evidence emerge, the DAP reaffirms its unwavering commitment to provide legal support to the Teoh family. As the investigation remains incomplete and the results have yet to meet the Teoh's family's expectation, the DAP bows deeply to the Teoh's family in respect and sorrow. This is my statement. I will open up for questions.
Do you think what the MACC did was the right thing to do?
I think this have been, the outstanding for too long. For the past 16 years, as I mentioned, this is the first time MACC make a public apology. Okay, I think that is the least that MACC must tender an apology, and Tan Sri Azam Baki did that yesterday.
Maybe some would say like the admission of guilt is like, the apology is like an admission of guilt. What do you think?
Well, I think that is, I'll leave it to MACC to answer that. But there's a responsibility which I think MACC has acknowledged, that the fact of the case is that Teoh Beng Hock died during MACC custody. That is a fact that MACC cannot escape and they cannot deny. And I think that that has been admitted by Tan Sri Azam Baki, and that's why the public apology was made by the Chief Commissioner on behalf of MACC. The public apology, as I said and re-emphasized, was long overdue. Of course, that does not mean that the case is closed. The investigation by the other authorities, such as police, should continue until the truth is prevailed.
Is the contribution by MACC, is it the government offering it or is it MACC themselves offering it?
Of course, MACC will seek the fund from government. It is government fund, of course.
Following the MACC policy, does any representative from the AP met with Teoh and
Not since yesterday, but of course we have met them regularly. Teoh Ching and Ng Se-han just met the family just a few days ago. Okay. Is there any other questions?
Is DAP actively doing anything for Teoh Beng Hock's plight? Because activists have previously questioned where are DAP leaders who previously campaigned on Beng Hock's name.
DAP has always been consistent in terms of providing legal support, all this while. And at any point of time, the lawyer representing the Teoh's family is always Ram Kapal Singh, who is a DAP leader representing DAP Legal Bureau. That's why, as I said, DAP has never wavered our support. It's an unwavering support, and we will continue to provide the legal support as and when needed. The DAP Selangor will organize. 27th of July. Okay, any other more questions?
Will the cabinet also discuss offering its own contribution to the Beng Hock families directly from the government instead of channeling?
I think this is representing, of course, it is offered through MACC, but it is, of course, a government contribution.
So we can say that it's directly offered by the government?
Yes. Okay. Of course, we acknowledge that yesterday there was a press conference conducted by one of the Teoh's family, Teoh Lilan. She had rejected the offer. As I want to stress that this offer of goodwill contribution is in no way to mean that we are closing the case. The case remains unresolved. It remains open. And it does not mean in any way, by accepting the contribution, that they are satisfied or agreed to settle the case. Not at all. Okay. The goodwill contribution is a form of aid and contribution by the government to the need of Teoh Beng Hock's son, who is 16 years old this year. So this is something which we hope that the Teoh family can consider, and sincerely we hope that they can consider. Oh, 15 years old. He's 15 years old, sorry.
Does that mean the DAP will push for criminal charges or disciplinary action in the future if there's some new evidence arise?
Of course, when any new evidence arises, definitely we will continue to pursue it. As I mentioned, that we have always provided the legal aid and legal help and legal assistance to the Teoh family. If any new evidence emerges, definitely we will continue to pursue that.
Also, what pressure does DAP feel, if any, about pursuing this case as it did when it was in opposition, now that it is part of the government?
As I said, it is not about pressure, it is about responsibility. Okay? We felt that, of course, we are responsible. Beng Hock was a DAP member. He was our comrade. He served the party. and he died while under investigation because of his duty to the party. So of course we felt responsible to the family. Okay, can I move on to Mandarin, if there are any? 我们必须要强调，昨天反贪污委员会的道歉是16年来第一次的公开道歉，这个是代表常民政府的诚意，为赵家的举动，也希望这笔款项能够协助他的儿子的教育的需要。我们了解赵家一路以来都期望以302条文谋杀罪行来控告那个疑犯。虽然到目前为止整个案件还没有水落石出，我们非常理解赵家的失望，所以我们希望赵家可以考虑政府这个诚意，也并不代表说我们把这个案件关闭。有任何新的证据，肯定我们会继续找到水落石出。行动党也会继续提供法律的援助。无论如何，我们非常理解，到目前为止，整个事情的发展还没有到水落石出，也没有找到真相出来，赵家肯定感觉非常的失望。所以这方面，今天我代表民主行动党领导层，向赵明富家属鞠躬。有任何疑问吗？
我想让可以汉华说几句嘛，因为你是他的前直属上司。这过去16年，可以跟我们说一下有什么话想要跟赵家说？
我想一切以秘书长的那个声明为主的那个内容。我最重要就是我们刚才秘书长所讲的，就是这个是常民政府的一个对赵家现阶段一个最大的诚意，而且这个是过去16年来，这个反贪会从来没有向这个赵家道歉，所以这个是常民政府的一个诚意，而且我们也肯定的，如果有任何新的证据的话，我想行动党的领导层每个党员都希望这些案件能够水落石出。
最后，我们还是那一句，我们非常了解赵明富家属的失望。目前为止，我们还达不到他们对我们的期望。行动党表示我们的悲哀，所以今天我代表整个民主行动党的领导层，公开向赵家鞠躬。